Let me go through all the features of the microscope. So definitely a build to order. You can order it with binocular, trinocular, or a monocular. I use just a monocular because I inevitably replace the eyepiece and put a camera onto it for some of the photography that I do. I splashed out for something called a polarizing filter down here. I can pull it out if I want maximum light, or I can push it in, put a polarizer through, and I can drop a polarizer here as well, and actually you can really adjust the quality of photographs you see. Metallurgical microscope seems to have lots of adjustments for light, which is very important. The stand itself is really heavyweight. It's made out of some sort of cast metal, and it's reasonably heavy. It's a nice compact little unit, but it's fairly rigid when you're doing actual applications. So this is the illuminator. As I mentioned, there's a halogen bulb inside here, and there's two adjustments. And this one here actually adjusts the amount of light that goes in. There's actually a little aperture. And let me just insert a picture of it moving back and forth. And then there's also a slot here for a filter. It comes with a number of filters. One's green, one's a polarizing filter, and one I think is something called a neutral density filter. There's a number of really interesting construction details in any microscope. This one's no different. For example, you obviously need the light to always line up through all these various bits of mechanics. And you see this sort of dovetail shape here, then a circle here, and there's 3 set screws. And of course you put the head down. You can put these to put the head exactly in center, then you tighten down this set screw. It's an extremely effective approach to actually aligning up optics, and obviously dead simple. The illuminators are a multi-piece assembly. This head here looks like it has sort of a half-silvered mirror, and it pushes the light downwards and gets it so the beam of the light comes down one direction, the image only comes back the other. So the portion here which holds the filter and has a shutter, let me just see if I can get a flashlight down it so you can sort of see, sort of like a camera shutter, an aperture you can open up and close and adjust the amount of light that's desired. And the last bit that's in this assembly is simply just a holder for this halogen bulb, and it obviously goes off to a power supply. So here's the view of the polarizer. You can just see I can pull it out, and it then actually has no filter there, it's just simply an opening. And if I push it in, there's a polarizer, and of course you can rotate it and polarize the light as desired. That was an actual optional extra when you order it. The microscope objectives seem to be pretty standard. They all have blue bands, which I think means that they're meant specifically for this purpose, but my previous microscope that I purchased, an Omax, that comes from China, those objectives slide into this assembly just as well, so I presume all this must be quite universal. One thing that's pretty critical when you buy one of these is to make sure you get a mechanical stage, because the samples are very small and you have to move them around. This is actually a very nice mechanical stage. The rack and pinion is quite well considered. Obviously you can see you can move it up and down, and then this adjustment side to side. And because you can do it with a single hand, it's actually got some pretty good ergonomics.